everyone, and welcome back to Steins Gate. This might be a familiar scene because this is where we were into Suzuha's end, which we did last time, which I wasn't expecting it to do the ends like that. I thought it was gonna be like, you know, you do your path and then at the end you see what end you get. But what you have to do, you have to go and you have to do the end, and then how do I describe it? If I answered one of the text messages and went back in time before this happened, then I could continue with the story, but because I didn't send that text, then we got this end. So hopefully that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but whoops, I didn't mean to skip all that. I gotta send a mail is what I gotta do. Open mailbox. Inbox. No. Outbox? John Teeter. Personal question. Do you have a daughter named Suzuha, or do you know someone named Beryl Teeter? If you do, contact me. She's looking for you. Now, how do I do my thing? Address book. Phone wave? No. Part-time warrior. Shining Finger. John Teeter. Assistant. Kyonen Kyoma. Oh boy, I don't know how to do this. Settings. No, I don't want to change my. Oh, maybe I'm. This is. Maybe I have to go back further in order to do it. Okay. So we shall. No, cancel. There we go. Okay, we'll load. This one? Maybe? Daru is seated at his computer table. Okay. Can I send the mail now? How do I do this? Phone wave. No. Shonen come. Maybe I have to get to the point where we're faced with the decision. The divergence meter. I need to cancel that D-mail. Oh, Moika's men will be here any minute. Huh? Who's messaging me? Nobody. Why'd it go dinil? Phone wave? No? Uh-oh. No time to think, no time to hesitate. Run downstairs. Okay, return to the lab. What are you doing, Okabe? I have to do something, Okabe. Okay. I can cancel the D-mail that convinced me to pursue Suzuha. Sending a contradictory D-mail should do the trick. Or I can time leap again and prevent Suzuha from leaving. 2 options, but really just one. Do not hesitate, Okabe Rentaro. Or, okay, can I cancel the D-mail? Where? Assistant. No. Shining Finger. John Teeter. Ooh. Thanks, goodbye. Okay, so John Teeter, wouldn't that be Suzuha? Okay. What do? Phone wave? John Teeter. How? Oh, you already know what you must do. Okay. Stop pursuit. Last mail. Is CERN trap. Okay, that should be enough to convince me to let Suzuha go. Oh. Save. Okay. Good at remembering dates. She's going to tell me the date, August 9th. I'm going to send the email. 4 days. Okay. Okay. Send the email. That's the only choice I have. Okay. Now I just need to send it. Oh, it has the little icon thing over there. It actually tells me I should send it. Okay, there we go. Stop pursuit. Last mail is certain trap. Send! I start up the microwave. Did I send it? The discharge begins immediately. I place my thumb on the send button. Are you sure? Mayuri's voice is choked with tears. Our memories with Suzu-san will disappear. Is that really okay? Oh no, that's so sad. Memories flash through my head. Being with you guys, even for just a little while, was great. Ah! I'm going to finish what you started, Dad. I promise. Well, see you in 35 years. Though I guess it'll only be a few hours for you guys. Suzuha! Change the future. Please. Suzuha, I'm sorry! Suzuha, I've made my choice. I won't ask for your forgiveness. Ultimately, I'm doing this to save Mayuri. But at the same time, the words you spoke on that rooftop are still strong in my heart. You entrusted to me your hope for the future. If I am to honor that wish and fulfill mine, then the time we spent together can never have happened. Oh, the mail's sent! Oh! Okay, now we continue with Chapter 7, I think. Yep, Chapter 7. Maiden Complex. At least now I know what to do. I know when to save as well. The world shatters into geometric shapes that expand and contract like rubber toys. Light gathers between my eyes. Stars explode behind my eyeballs. Gradually, color returns to the world. Ah! I wait for the vertigo to pass. Oh boy, cold sweat oozes from my temples. Oh no. Pressing my fists against them, I slowly force the air out of my lungs. Has the world line changed? I head to the lounge in order to check the divergence meter. It's gone. Yeah, didn't Suzuha give that to us? I checked the meter a few minutes ago, just before the world line changed. Now it's nowhere to be found. I quickly realized what has happened. Suzuha gave me the meter after we stopped her from leaving. My D-mail undid those events. Of course the meter isn't here. A surge of regret seizes my heart. I clench my teeth and endure it as best I can. If nobody else remembers, then I alone will keep these memories of Suzuha alive. I look around the room. Mayuri and Karisu are on the sofa, dozing on each other's shoulders. Oh, that's cute. Daru, oblivious to the vulnerable high school girls behind him, is playing eroge on his computer. I take a breath and turn on the TV. I flip to a news channel. The world line should have changed. I erase the time we spent with Suzuha. That should have allowed her to leap to 1975 without losing her memories, and the IBM 5100 should be in our hands now. We can use it to hack into CERN and erase the data that they intercepted from us. Without the information, Moika's men won't attack the lab. Mayuri won't have to die. That's how it should be. That's how it has to be. Otherwise, why did I sacrifice Suzuha's dream? The quickest way to confirm the change would be to check for any delays in Akihabara Station. Daru,
山手線は止まっ
is
て
the
いる。
Yamanote line stopped?
いや、
Huh?
止まってないんじゃね？
I don't think so.
ネットで調べてくれ。
Check online.
今
Wait,
いいところなの
I'm
に。
at the best part.
頼む。
Please. Daru sighs and calls up the train information.
やっぱ
Hmm,
止まってないみたい
doesn't
だ。
look stopped.
ありがとう。
Thanks. The world line has changed, which means that our IBM 5100 should be in the development room. Is it? I head back there to search for it. But contrary to my expectations, I can't find it anywhere. What's going on? Why would Suzuha commit to giving it to you when she doesn't know you? I look at my watch. It's 7:43 p.m. Moika's men attack at what time again? My heart is pounding like a drum. That email was supposed to fix everything. The trains are moving as scheduled, which means that Moika's men aren't able to attack. But why does it feel like nothing's fixed at all? The IBM 5100's absence is extremely disturbing. I want to sit down and think about where it could have gone, but a voice in my head is screaming that there's no time? There's no time. My head's in the way. I need to calm down. It's hard to think straight after everything that's happened. I check my watch again. 7:46. Images from the assault flash through my mind. Mayuri bleeding to death on the floor. The smell of gunpowder in the air. I frantically shake the visions out of my head. I look towards the lab entrance. The door has yet to be kicked in by a team of hitmen. I swallow hard, petrified with terror. Please, don't let anything happen. Oh, it's past 9. I peek at the street through the window. Nobody's there.
オカリン、誰か
Are
待って
you
んの？
waiting for someone?
さっき
You
からや
keep
たら
looking
下
out
を
the
気にしてるけ
window.
ど。
Daru's right. I probably looked out the window 20 times in the past hour. And not a suspicious figure in sight. Moika's men still haven't appeared. The raid was before 8, if I remember correctly. I think it's safe to say that my changes to the past have prevented it from occurring. Suzuha's sacrifice was not in vain. I let out a deep breath. I'm sweaty and disgusting. It's like my anxiety has pushed all the sweat out of my body.
マユリ、それにクリ
Mayuri,
ス。
Kurisu. Oh, they're awake! The two girls woke up from their nap about half an hour ago. Now they're eating cup noodles. Wait, did you say my name correctly? Kurisu looks at me in astonishment, like she can't believe her ears.
二人とも
When you're
食事が
done
終わ
eating,
ったら帰るんだ。
go home. It's late, so I'll go with
送
you.
っていく。
Oh, okay.
そう
Okie dokie.
別に
I don't need an escort from you.
一人
I
で
can
帰れ
get
る
back by myself.
いいから。
Just listen.
ダル
Daru, you
支度
too.
しておけ。
え？僕も？
Eh? Me too. The train lines running through Akihabara are operating normally. There's no bomb scare and no sign of Moika and her men. Kurisu's taking the Sobu line to the next station. Ocha no Mizu. I thought I could say it perfectly. Well, Daru's going the opposite way to Shinkoiwa. Mayuri and I are taking the Yamanote line to Ikebukuro, so we part at the station's ticket gate. There are surprisingly few passengers on the train. I guess most of the salarymen are off for the Oban holiday. Mayuri is playing a handheld game, the Rainet Kakeru action RPG. On the screen, her character is battling a gigantic Koopa. I stand beside her and gaze at her profile, lost in thought. Something new! It's the night of the 13th, and Mayuri's still alive. She's still alive! How many times have I watched her die? How many times have I tasted that despair? No matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't save this ditzy childhood friend of mine from death. She died again and again right before my eyes. Now, she's alive, standing beside me, playing a game. This is why I sacrificed our memories with Suzuha. It was the only way. I'm sorry, Suzuha. Oh, Suzuha! And thank you. Suzuha no longer exists in this time, but I hope my feelings will reach her all the same. Actually, come to think of it, why can't I tell her in person? Where in Akiba could the 54-year-old Suzuha be? I'll try asking Tanoji tomorrow. Tanoji? Oh, I said it right. Tanoji? He probably knows Suzuha in this world line too. I wonder if Suzuha remembers me. I hope she's still alive. Hey, Okarin? Yes? Mayuri suddenly lifts her head. She looks at me hesitantly. Her cheeks are slightly pink. What? Come on, Okarin. Mayushi gets nervous when you stare at her like that. I'm sorry, Mayuri. Did I make you get game over? Yeah. Sorry about that. I apologize, but keep looking at her. Instead of starting a new game, Mayuri looks at me with concern. There's something different about you today, Okarin. Today's more affectionate. Really? He's happy. Yeah. What's wrong? I remind myself that Mayuri is more perceptive than she seems. She's proved that when she figured out that Daru is Suzuha's father. I don't want to worry her too much. I want Mayuri to smile her usual ditzy smile without a care in the world. After all, it's over now. She's safe. I don't think it's over. I think this is just the beginning, man. It can't go good from here, man. That wouldn't make sense. Huh. Nothing's wrong. And I wasn't looking at you. Just now, I was devising new ways to bring chaos to the world. Really? You seem kind of tired. A mad scientist is never tired. The mighty gray cells of my 170 IQ brain are always performing calculations. Day and night. And the night. Day and night. Oh, but you should still take a break every now and then. Please, Okarin? For me? Okay. I take a break right now. Having said that, Mayuri returns to her game. I feel cold stares all around me, but I don't care at all. Mayuri is here with me, doing everyday Mayuri things. Ordinary things. Everything is going back to normal. For now! I don't trust it. Yesterday was my first time home in a while, so I slept like a log in my comfortable bed. I forgot you have an actual home to go to. It could be because of my mental exhaustion, but that was my best night's sleep in a while. Oh. Before heading up to the lab, I stop and stare at the Braun Tube workshop. The familiar mountain bike is gone. Suzuha! Suzuha liked it so much she insisted on bringing it with her in 1975. Suzuha! The workshop door opens and out comes Mr. Braun, rubbing his eyes sleepily. Mr. Braun, hello! Okabe, you got free time? How about a job? That's a special offer. I'll hire you for one CRT a month. One CRT a month? One CRT a month? So for 1 month's work, I get an old television? Hell no. When did Suzuha quit again? Quit? Suzuha? Who the hell is that? What? Was her existence erased completely? That's impossible. I ain't got time to remember the name of some lazy part-timer who quit after just 10 days. 10 days? Damn you and your misleading words. So Suzuha did work here. That fact, the evidence of Suzuha's sojourn in 2010, still remains on this world line. And I thought I finally had some help for a change. That's what I hate about you damn kids. No dedication. Oh, no dedication. I bet she lied about liking CRTs too. Got me good. Uh-oh. Okurin's gonna start freaking out at you, man. He's gonna flip out. You're saying false things. Noji shrugs his shoulders, annoyed. Naturally, he doesn't know about Suzuha's true identity. Does the name Hashida Suzu ring a bell? At this, Tanoji's eyes go wide. Okay, apparently it does. I haven't heard that name in a long time. You knew her? Oh no, don't tell me she died again! Huh? Knew her? So, now she's... It's been 10 years already, huh? No! 10 years? 10 years since what? No. Don't want to know the answer. Tanoji has a faraway look in his eyes, as if he's gazing into the past. She really helped me out. Why are you talking about her in past tense? She didn't have any relatives. Not that I knew of. I wish I could have been with her at the end. No! At the end! There's only one thing that could mean. Even though the world line changed, Suzuha didn't survive to the year 2010. To tell you the truth, though, she looked peaceful when I found her. Why would you say that? Peaceful. She didn't commit suicide? Well, that's a good thing. Suicide? Who the hell told you that? Suzu-san was sick. Don't believe any old thing you hear. She was sick. Sickness killed her? I shouldn't feel good about that. But I guess you could say it's better than what happened before the world line changed. That's what I tell myself anyway. No! So how did you know Suzu-san? He helped me out too. A long time ago. I was hoping to see her again. Yeah? I'm living in her house now. Wanna come pay your respects at the altar? There's an altar? I nod without a moment's hesitation. Bring me in! Noji closes up shop and we head off towards his house. From Chodori we head towards the station. I scan the Akiba scenery as we walk. Moe stores are still nowhere to be seen on this world line. After a little hesitation, I look up at Rod Icon. No time machine. It's gone. The satellite has vanished! And all that's left is a hole it made when it arrived to this time. When did the satellite disappear? About 5 days ago? You never know what's gonna happen, huh? Which means Suzuha left it before it rained. Before it rained! She left before it rained! Like Tanoji said, his house is closer than expected. We take the train to the next station, Okachimachi, then walk for about 5 minutes to a quiet residential area. This old one-story house is where Suzuha once lived. I walk up to the front of the house, and there I see a familiar sight. Her bike! Ah! Suzuha's bicycle! For a moment I can see her there, squatting beside the bicycle. But the mountain bike Suzuha rode to the Brontu workshop was shiny and new. Now it's old and covered in rust. Suzu-san loved that old thing. I I know she did. Even when she couldn't ride it anymore, she'd still polish it every week. Ah! It's been sitting there for 10 years. Couldn't throw it away. I maintained it best I could, but I guess nothing lasts forever. I gently put my hand on the seat. It's warm from sitting out in the sun. I suppose that for the few days Suzuha was in Akiba, this bicycle existed in two places at the same time. Yeah, that's so weird to think about. The house isn't as messy inside as I expected, considering the state of the Bronto workshop. Guess that chipmunk keeps the place clean. Oh no! Oh no! A wave of nausea hits me as I recall what Nei did at the Ochan no Mizu station. Me too! I tell myself it was just an accident. Besides, that incident has already been undone. Tanoji Nei has done nothing wrong. Next to the living room is a child's room. There's a child's study desk and a red backpack on the floor. Nei isn't here. Which reminds me, Tanoji's daughter visits the workshop often, but not once have I seen his wife. He couldn't have married Suzuha, could he? What? I don't think so. I mean, she should have been a lot older than him when they met. But as they say, love knows no bounds. I wonder what really happened. I don't know how I'd feel if those two were married. That'd be so weird. That would make Daru Tanoji's father-in-law! Actually, that would be kind of interesting. I turn to the Buddhist altar and pay my respects to Suzuha. There's no picture of her, so there's no way to know what Hashida Suzu looked like in the age of 44. I make an offering of incense to her, then look around the house again. This is the house Suzuha lived in after leaving in 1975. Suzuha! When Suzu-san and I first met, we were neighbors. Oh, that's nice. For some reason, Tanoji offers me a beer. When I decline, he shakes his head and starts drinking himself. I was born and raised in Europe, you know. Oh! I've been giving you a Texan accent. A very bad one at that, but... Huh? Is that a joke? Got a problem? I'll have you know my English and French are perfect. You're French? Huh. Really doesn't... He really doesn't look like someone who's lived abroad. I guess you can't judge a book by its cover. My parents died about 15 years ago. That's why I came back to Japan. Or I guess I should say I came to Japan for the first time. Suzu-san was living alone next door. Looked after me when I had nowhere else to turn. Alright, now's my chance. If I'm gonna ask, it's now or never. And you got married? Huh? Married? To Suzu-san. You high? That's me! Phew! I knew she'd never marry a guy like him! She was a pretty stoic lady, didn't have much of a social life. But she treated me well. Aww. My house burned down about 1 year after I moved here. It was my smoking that caused the fire, so I deserved it, but still. Well, that's sad. After I had lost everything, she let me come live here with her. Aww, that's so nice. That's not all. In the Ohiyama building where the workshop's at. That's not all. In the Ohiyama building where the workshop's at, that was originally Suzu-san's property. Huh? She sold it to me for cheap. It's thanks to her that the Bronto workshop exists. I wonder how that worked out in the original timeline. Like, how did he get the Bronto workshop? You could say she saved my life. Once, I asked her why she treated me so well. It wasn't like we were related or anything. but she just smiled and said, "We all depend on someone's kindness at some point in our lives. When the time comes, you pass the gift along." Ah, I love Suzuha. It was kind of mysterious. She seemed to know exactly how things were going to happen, like a prophet. Suzuha. That was probably her way of repairing Tanoji for looking after her, even if it was just for 10 days. And so it came full circle. It's a small world, huh? Never thought I'd meet someone else who knew her. Oh, right. Wait here a sec. Noji goes into the child's room next door, then returns and places an object on the table. Huh? What is it? Oh, it's Suzuha's divergence meter! Before the world line changed, it was in the lab. On this world line, Suzuha brought the meter with her to 1975. It's been in the house for 35 years. The tube reads 0.409,431. Divergence has changed, just like Suzuha said. This proves that my magic eye, reading Steiner, does indeed allow me to perceive changes to the world line. What does 0.409,431 mean? I recall what Suzuha said. When the meter reads over 1%, you've made it to the beta world line. The beta world line. Okay. Does that mean I'm still on the alpha world line? Do you know what that number means? Cause I sure don't. All I know is it hasn't changed a bit in these 10 years. But you know, when Suzu-san was on her deathbed, she used to stare at that meter for hours. Huh? She used to stare at that meter, talking to herself. Is this the old number? The new number? Did it work? Did it change? Stuff like that, day in and day out. It hurt to watch. Oh. I touched the device. Suzuha. In my heart, I reach out to the girl who died 10 years ago. To the girl who will be born 7 years from now. To the girl who crossed time to save the future. Suzuha. Thanks to you, Mayuri is safe. Divergence has changed. But we haven't yet reached your ultimate goal. 1% divergence. Once that is achieved, the future you dreamed of will become a reality. I will carry on your fight, Suzuha. I promise. Suzuha! I realize that I'm crying, oh man! Tanoji stares at me for a moment, then puts his giant hand on my shoulder. Oh, Tanoji! Oh, come in! Okay, well, I think with that, I'm gonna end this episode here. That was a lot of emotions. I think in the next episode, maybe some fun things will be happening. Mayuri seems pretty happy, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to, you can like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want, and I will see you in the next episode of Steins Gate. Bye!